Hi, I'm Jordan Thorne. We're here at TMRE 2019. I'm joined here today by Bryan Gernert. He's the CEO and one of the co-founders of Resonant. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. So, Bryan, as one of the co-founders of Resonant, can you tell me a bit about why, in the early days, you identified information technology as a need brands could utilize and grow their businesses?
Sure. When we first started the company, we started to realize as we talked to brands and our customers that they really didn't have a deep understanding of who their customer actually was. And if they did, it was very kind of flat and static. So they didn't have the ability to actually reach those people when they were in market or how to communicate with them differently, mainly because that data was gathered through either traditional survey research or some basic CRM data. And it really limited their ability to engage with them to drive better results. So we saw an opportunity with what we were doing to actually help them get a deeper understanding and make better decisions with their customer.
And so how has Resonant evolved alongside, there's kind of a rapid pace of changing technology over the last 10 years. Has this sort of in any way affected how you collect and deliver insights and deliver it to your customers?
Yeah, just the explosion of what's possible is dramatically different than 10 years ago. The volume of data that we see, so we see tens of billions of insights on a daily basis across the US consumer. The idea of using that data 10 years ago and processing that and making that actionable and understandable, candidly was kind of in infancy. So at this point, what I'd say is what's changed most dramatically is the ability to take that insight and use it on a second by second basis to really enhance that kind of communication and storytelling with that individual consumer. So technology's enabled that. 10 years ago, really difficult.
Wow, really interesting. And so can you break down a little bit of what data storytelling means and why the use of AI has the ability to really reach consumers with more meaningful storytelling?
Yeah. So data storytelling is really getting into what I just talked about, which is in real time communicating with someone that engages with them and gives them personal relevance into the conversation. Yeah, without kind of an AI type of infrastructure, the ability to respond that quickly really doesn't exist. So using AI to identify this person really cares about these certain things or more likely to buy products that are technology innovative, for instance, and then in real time giving them a message that resonates with them is really critical. So using that data and kind of putting the consumer as the center of the story and the main character of the story is really kind of using AI in that kind of storytelling way.
Do you have kind of an anecdotal example of kind of a success story?
Yeah, we have a customer that is digital only, and they're using our data and capabilities for this real-time interaction. I'd say personalization is like one of the big keys of what they're doing. They're digital only, but they compete against brick and mortar companies.
Okay.
So they have a very loyal base, but they have this group that we were able to identify that really wanted some personal interaction. They wanted a concierge type of approach, and they wanted an expert. And so with them, we identified a service that they actually could sell, and we could identify in real time that these people would more likely pay extra for this concierge service that allows them to compete against brick and mortar companies, and they don't have any brick and mortar.
Wow, it sounds really compelling.
Yeah.
And so what do you think the role of AI will play in consumer research 5 to 10 years from now?
Yeah, a major change. I think it's already changed dramatically. How we look at traditional research today, we've used AI to expand that understanding to the population. The fact that you can use kind of real-time observation will actually change some of the things that you typically ask questions about, how you do traditional research, because you can actually observe the majority of the population and deduce what's important to know about them without actually having to ask the questions. So using AI in that way will continue to kind of evolve how you get data that has been traditionally looked at as research. That said, I think research is always going to be part of the methodology of having to get a deeper understanding of people and consumers. But there'll be things that you've used, survey research and traditional research, that you can now use AI to actually understand and not have to ask questions and do things in a traditional way.
It's really interesting. And so what is one of the biggest trends that you think are currently resonating with consumers from a storytelling aspect?
Yeah, so again, I'll go back to personalization. I think real-time understanding of kind of what's most important. Those are the things I think are resonating consumers. We talk a lot about the distraction of consumers. Today, on average, a consumer is on their phone, has 600 interactions on a daily basis. Sounds like a lot. In 5 years, it's almost 5,000. So the time slices of actually being able to engage with somebody is going to be very difficult. So you have to catch them with something very relevant. So I think that relevancy, that personalization is really, really important as you go forward.
And so, as a CEO, how do you foster creative and innovative thinking within your organizations, and how do you really kind of share and implement that?
Yeah, it starts with really hiring the right people.
Okay.
So one of our core tenets is intellectual curiosity. So in the interview process, we're actually looking for people to display kind of characteristics of being curious and trying to figure things out. And then we do things once they're in the company, like hackathons, which in a lot of companies is really just software engineers, but it's really through the entire company. So we have marketing people, HR people, sales people, all engaged in the hackathon projects. So it's not just an engineering effort, but it's really kind of an idea effort. And we share that across the company, and then we take the best of those ideas and implement it to the product. I think the last piece that's really important is that you have an environment that sharing is really important and really valuable. So everybody's ideas are valuable, and we've really facilitated a culture that's true.
It's amazing. It's interesting because I hear that the hackathon is kind of something I've not heard companies do and incorporate. So it's really great that you are sort of involving everyone.
Yeah, I've been in companies being a technology kind of entrepreneur for a long time where hackathons were strictly software. And this is very different. And we get amazing ideas because marketing's driving things, and they team with the software developers to actually show what they can do in a 24-hour period.
Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And just to finish off, why do you think it's important to have great thinkers come together like this to share ideas?
Listen, I think no one person has all the answers. So hearing what other people are doing, sharing the ideas, kind of discovering what else is possible, and what other people are doing allows us to kind of shape where we're going as a company, but also across an industry. So those things I think are really relevant and important, and things are moving so fast that there's no one person who knows it all. So it's a great opportunity to take some things away and incorporate those into what we're going to go do.
Well, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you.